before. Anyway, for those who do not know him, let me briefly introduce him to you. Dr. Bilal Philips was born in Jamaica but grew up in Canada, where he accepted Islam in 1972. He obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Usul ad-Din from the Islamic University of Medina, his master's degree in Islamic theology from the University of Riyadh, and his doctorate in Islamic theology from the University of Wales. He is a scholar of international repute and an author of many publications on Islam and Islamic teaching. He also lectures in schools and universities. At present, he is attached to the Islamic Information Center in Dubai, of which he is the founder and director, and also attached to the Department of Foreign Languages at Dar al-Fatah Islamic Press in Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. Dr. Bilal Philips to address you.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Within the 6 pillars of Iman, we have reference again to this world, the unseen world. Because belief in the angels involves belief in the other beings of this unseen world. The angels represent the positive force from this unseen world, and there are negative forces. So even when one studies the world of the angels, one ultimately must come to study the world of the jinn. Now, the first thing to know concerning this world is that it is real. There are some modernist scholars who have made statements. You can find in the writings of Yusuf Ali, his commentaries, translation of the Quran, statements of these kinds, that the jinn represent strangers to the Arabs. Because they were not normally seen, this term jinn was used to refer to them. And you find also other explanations given. However, the body of knowledge in both the Quran and the Sunnah is sufficient to leave us without any shadow of a doubt that the world of the jinn is a real world. It is another world. It is not strangers from among human beings, but another world altogether. To clarify this, Allah in Surah Al-Hijr, verse 26 and 27, spoke of the distinction between the origin of the creation of human beings and the origin of the creation of the jinn. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ وَالْجَانَّ خَلَقْنَاهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ مِنْ نَارِ السَّمُومِ. Verily we created man from dried clay, from black putrid mud. And we created the jinn before that from a fiery wind. A clear distinction is made here. The jinn, the elements from which they are created, is from a fiery wind. Whereas human beings are created from clay. In this verse also, Allah points out that the jinn were created before human beings, further supporting the concept that human beings on the earth are khulafa, in the sense that they are successors to the jinn, and that they are not Khalifatullah. We are not the vicegerents of Allah, ruling the earth in His absence, as vicegerents do. We are successors to the jinn. The jinn were on the earth before us, and they created corruption on the earth. As a result, when Allah decided to create on the earth humans and inform the angels, they questioned Allah. Would He create another set of beings who would also commit corruption, spill blood, because of the knowledge they had of what happened when the jinn were on the earth? And when Iblis was commanded to bow before Adam, and he refused, and Allah questioned him, not questioning him to find out why he refused, but to reveal why he refused from His own words. Allah quotes Satan as saying, "Ana khayrum minhu," I am better than him, better than Adam. "Khalaqtani min narin wa khalaqtahu min tin." You created me from fire, and you created him from clay. Iblis identifies the origin of his creation. He is from the jinn. Let us not be mistaken concerning it. Furthermore, in Surah Al-Kahf, Allah says, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ كَانَ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. And when we told the angels to prostrate to Adam, and they all prostrated except Iblis, he was from the jinn. This is Allah's clear statement. He was a jinn. Because for some people, the fact that Iblis was amongst the angels, and Allah told the angels to bow, they have reasoned that he must have been an angel. Since Allah told the angels to bow, and he was expected to bow along with them, then he must have been an angel. But this is not correct. We can't take those verses and ignore other verses, or ignore the Sunnah, which goes on to clarify further and further that Iblis, Satan, was a jinn. And the jinn are not angels, because again, we had some people of the past, scholars among them, who expressed that the jinn were really a group of the angels who disobeyed Allah. This is, in fact, in agreement with Christian theory, that the jinn, or the evil demons, including Satan, were fallen angels. Lucifer, the fallen angels, those who disobeyed God. However, we have clear hadith, clear statements of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, as that in Sahih Muslim, wherein Aisha quotes Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as saying, the angels were created from light, and the jinn from smokeless fire. The angels and the jinn are not one and the same.